was a young man, the Lord spoke to me and told me to read the book of Proverbs, one chapter a day every month. There were 31 chapters, so I can get through the book of Proverbs every single day. And the reason why he told me that I could obtain wealth through wisdom. And that through the book of Proverbs, I was going to discover laws of living that if I would live by it, I would increase in wisdom and thus increase in wealth, honor, and health. How do I know that? Because Solomon, when he was asked by God in a dream, what did he want? What did Solomon ask for? He didn't ask for wealth and riches or a long life or the death of his enemies. Instead, he asked for wisdom. And God said, because you asked for wisdom, you're going to also have riches and honor that no one would be able to be equal to you. This is what Solomon wrote in Proverbs 3, verse 16. Speaking of wisdom, he says, long life is in her right hand and riches and honor is in her left hand. So Solomon knew if he can get that wisdom, he can get everything. It reminds me of a little boy who was sitting on Santa Claus' lap. Santa Claus says, ho, 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 little boy, what would you like? He looked at Santa. Santa says, you can have a football, you can have a game, you can have clothes. What do you want? And he thought for a moment. He said, Santa, I want you. And he grabbed him because he knew if he can get Santa, he gets the North Pole, he gets the elves, he gets Santa's workshop, he gets it all. And so it is with wisdom. If you can get wisdom, you get it all. And God showed me, Tom, get wisdom. And if you get wisdom, you get everything you ever want in life. Do you realize wisdom, as Solomon wrote, is the principal thing, the most important thing you ever need in life. And if you get it, you get everything. And in the book of Proverbs is where you can get that kind of wisdom. And it will give you laws of living for you to go by. And one of the rules that I learned is this, that I will have plenty of money if I become one of the very best at what I do for a living. That hit me. That if I want to have plenty of money, I have to be the very best at what I do. This is what Solomon wrote in Proverbs 12:24. Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in slave labor. Listen to Proverbs 22:29. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before obscure men. And that's when I realized as I was reading it, that if I ever wanted to have plenty of money, I have to be the very best at what I do. I challenge you. Becoming rich is not as difficult as you think. Don't be looking at the lottery or gambling. That's not what's going to make you rich. What's going to make you rich is you become the very best at what you do. So ask God, what are you good at? What do you love doing? Because you need to have both of them. You have to love what you do for a living, but you have to be good at it. You know, sometimes you could love something, but not really be good. I wanted to be an NFL football player, but I was too short for that. And so I realized, as much as I love football, I was never going to be a professional athlete in that field. But there was something I was good at. I was good at communicating. I was one of the best. In fact, I was voted the best communicator at my high school called Eastwood High School in El Paso. And I knew I had that skill, and God spoke to me and said he wanted me to use that skill to preach the gospel. So I discovered I love God, I love the Word, and I had a passion for studying the Bible, and I had the gift to be able to communicate. And now, because of it, I have plenty of money. I can do whatever I want in life. I can travel, I can visit, I can buy this or buy that. Why? Because that gift, that thing I love, has brought me prosperity. And in your life, the same is true. What is it that you love doing, but you got to be the very best at it, which means you have to work hard at becoming the very best. And that was one of the rules of living that I learned while reading the book of Proverbs.